Today, we're speaking with a new partner, TradePulse, an order flow analytics platform newly connected to Tradier. I'm Lex, and this is the Lex Factor. Let's meet Jay and Steven. Here's the Yellowstone music. Here it is. I'll tell you why in a second. It's almost done. Don't worry. Oh, my God, that second. Yeah, I should have been a cowboy. That's what my kids always said. And they said, Dad, yeah, you should have been a cowboy, except one little problem. You don't like horses. I go, I need to have a horse to be a cowboy. Son of a gun. Anyway, good afternoon. Hello, Steven and Jay. Steven on the top, Jay on the bottom. How are you guys?
Doing good, Lex. How about you?
Good, man. Good. Steven, how are you?
Man, if I couldn't be anybody, I'd be you, Lex, man. I mean, what the heck?
Come on, man. So, Steven, I know you've been in the industry like as long as I have, maybe more, which is awesome. It's always good to talk to a long timer. Jay, you've been around for a good bit too in the space.
Sure.
And incidentally, you know, we kind of know each other a little bit from the past, which is kind of cool. But we're going to talk about TradePulse today. So I'm going to have the guys tee this up. I don't know who wants to go first, but lay it out. Let's hear everything. And I'll ask questions along the way. We want to know what it is, what it does. We'll get into like any promos and or pricing that you want to do. You take us down the path so people understand what's going on here. All right. Who's
sure? Well, yeah, I'll defer to Steven there to tell us about Quasar Markets. We both work with Quasar Markets, and so tell us a little bit about Quasar, then I'll jump into the TradePulse.
I'm excited, Jay. Let me tell you. Look, the cool thing about the world of fintech is that it's always been tries to be on the cutting edge, right? Especially with companies like TradePulse and Tradier. And one thing that I've always said is that the world of fintech is very fragmented, meaning that there's always little bits and pieces. Maybe you have a great charting company. Maybe you have a great news company. But I'd like to put it all in one place, be the Amazon of finance and fintech. And of course, as being the pioneer of many of the companies that we use today, I decided to create Quasar Markets, the marketplace itself. And one of the cool places that I picked up, and I love it, is Tradier, both and TradePulse are now in the system. So if you sign up for free account there with Quasar Markets, you can get Tradier and TradePulse. So tell us a little bit, Jay, what about Tradier?
Yeah, so on TradePulse Technologies, we are an order flow analytics platform, as Lex mentioned, and we're focused on aggressive short-term trading. And we have an AI-powered machine learning that helps you pick up trends in order flow, particularly looking for institutional order flow, the big money, if you will, which can drive stocks over the short term in one direction or the other. I'll show an example to you here in just a moment. And we have, before I get to that example, I want to let everybody know that we've partnered with Tradier for a special promotion. That promotion is, if you open a Tradier brokerage account and deposit a minimum of $5,000 into the account, you can get 7 months of TradePulse at no cost to you. So it's a really a fantastic offering. And as I'll let Lex expand on it a little bit more, but Tradier is focused on option trading and different things. And you can also utilize that with TradePulse as well.
So you mentioned Quasar and TradePulse, and Steven, you do a lot of things with Quasar, and it sounds like, I just want to make sure I get this right, and so the folks understand. Is Quasar kind of the middleware of sorts? How do we describe the relationship? Why did you guys come together to make this happen?
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Being the CEO and founder, I decided that I wanted to bring all the major companies. Being on the institution side and being on the retail side, the two sides don't really like each other, right? Yeah. But retail always want to know what the institution's doing. The institution always wants to know what retail's doing. So there's this love-hate relationship. And one of the things I love is bringing quality to everyone, right? So I don't want to just, you always see the YouTubers out there that are trying to create and saying, hey, I'm the best, come see me. And they're just some kid that's only been in it 3 months. I have underwear older than that, right? So the key here is to bring in companies like TradePulse out forward, show the world, hey, look, if you want to be good, you got to get the best. You got to be on the front of the burner here. And companies like TradePulse do that. And I said, you know what? Let's partner with Tradier like yourselves and Trade Pulse and create an ecosystem. And I think that's what's missing in the fintech world is a good ecosystem.
Sure.
We've got the companies out there that are trying to go it alone, and the big companies, though they all started somewhere. But what if I could put all the really good companies together in one place and let the user decide who they want to go with, who they want to trade with, or what products they want to use?
Yeah, that's a great explanation. And one of the nice things about us at Tradier, and to Jay's point about me telling a little bit about it, is that you get to be in that ecosystem, and it's a choice ecosystem. It's not just anybody, right? It's folks like yourselves who are respected, who have great technology. And what's cool about it is, as you mentioned, people have different needs and wants and desires, and they can sit in this chair and kind of choose that from the ecosystem and make their workflow custom based on what's connected, right?
And helps him grow, Lex. So let's say, for example, you and I are master options traders, but there may be people out there that we're maybe even ourselves, maybe we're tired of options. We want to trade something else or learn something else. What if I could put the best of each world into it? And that's what we did.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Jay, are you going to show the platform here?
Yeah, our company was formed in South Korea in 2019 and has been extremely successful there, and decided to launch in the United States in late 2023, early 2024. And that's where we are right now.
Got it.
What you're looking at is this is a screen of Tesla. This was about 2 weeks ago, actually.
Okay.
And what you're looking at here, the black line represents the price of the stock on this is a 1-day chart. And that, as you can see, was a steep decline early in the morning. Then at 10:30 in the morning, there was a pending reversal. This green bar is something called a power inflow. It's something that Trade Pulse picks up on. A change in the order flow is happening that's not reflected in the stock price, but it's going to be. So you can see here, it didn't just go straight up. It did go down a little bit, and then it started to move much higher throughout the day. So what you're looking at here as well is this red bar chart and green bar chart. That is the retail order flow. So these are retail customers or big sellers on the way down. Then you see they want to buy after the stocks comes back in. And this is all live real-time stuff.
Always the way, right, Jay?
Exactly.
Damn it.
And the blue line you see here is institutional order flow.
Okay.
So we picked up a difference in it was declining, and then a reversal, and you can see what happened the rest of the day. That is an example from a few days ago. I've got another example I want to show.
Can I ask some questions about this one first?
Sure.
Let's make sure we unpack it each along the way here. Okay. So I get all the lines. I think that was very clear. So my question is always going to be, is the signal meant to tell you it's about time to make a decision here, Mr. or Mrs. Trader, get into the market, sort of? And I guess the reason I asked that, kind of has that little dip. Is that little dip going to take people out prematurely? Because we see the back of the picture, which is very good.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it potentially could. I will say that our technology right now is focused on reversals to the upside, not to the downside.
Okay.
We're working on that, but we're not there yet.
Got it. And is there any, you may get to this, but I'll just ask it anyway. Are there any indicators of, oops, this isn't good, let's get out now, like a stop sort of indicator of sorts, or do you have rules that? Not
yet. I mean, we don't have rules on that yet, but I would say it's more art than science with respect to the selling of it. I mean, it is designed for designed for aggressive short-term trading. This is not a tool for somebody that wants to buy this stock and hold it for the next 6 months. That's not utilized. This is for aggressive, and option traders could use this very well with Tradier brokerage. Obviously. And what I have also found is some of the higher price stocks, you could, now Tesla's in the 200s, but the ones that are in the 2000s, you could buy a 50 points in the money call on a short-term trade.
Great.
So that's the advantage you could use with us in Tradier.
Do you run the analytics on the indices as well, or is it just single listed stock, or not single listed stock? Sorry.
No, it's on everything.
Okay, so SPX,
SPX, all of it could be. Yep, absolutely.
Perfect.
This is an example from today. Today's May 13th, 2025. This is Coinbase, which had a heck of an up day, and we came in with a signal a little after 10. The previous example I showed you was a reversal on Tesla.
Yep.
This is an example of confirming an uptrend. So the stock is starting to move up, and we're confirming, okay, there's a change in the order flow. And you can see the black line here is the price of Coinbase. The blue line, once again, is the institutional order flow, which you can see really took off after that signal because we picked up a change. And the stock climbed. I know because I just reviewed it. Was at its peak was up 8% from the signal, and at the close is up 6.7% from the signal.
And in the recommendation, I take that back. I didn't say that. We're going to cut that. Not the recommendation, but the idea here is you're holding this for the day. You choose as a user when to get out, right? It's your decision. There's no signal to do any of that, which you said already, which is great. And you're picking this up in real time, this institutional sort of shift in sentiment. That's
correct? That is correct. It's real time data. If you were looking at this, intraday, you could watch it minute by minute tick. You're going to see it. And we generally, these power inflow signals, we get roughly anywhere from 15 to 25 on a given day. So you're not going to get 200 of them.
Wow. Well, that's good though. I like that. It's important.
Right.
It's good.
But you can look on our platform, Lex. You can look at all the data that we're looking at here, whether it's the retail order flow or the institutional order flow, can be viewed on any given stock at any given time.
Got it.
So that's available to you as well.
I love it. So if I'm looking at the dashboard or the stock, okay, and I don't see that big green line, obviously it's already come and gone. So I don't have a green line. I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden, does the line just show up, or is it painted down the the page? I mean, it's like opening a Christmas present for me.
Yeah, it'll show up when it happens. So if you're watching the stock, if you were watching Coinbase today, saying, "Wow, this thing is really taking off," you would see that then at 10. It was actually at 10:46 this morning.
And how timely do you have to be to get in? Is there a criteria there just from knowing the past that I should probably be in within an hour, within a minute,
I'd say within 10 minutes you should probably be in.
Okay. And if you miss the 10-minute window, then look for another
right.
shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. And then my other
they only occur in the first 2 hours of trading.
Oh, got it. Okay, that's good to know. So first 2 hours of trading, and then I think you said it, but I just want to make clear so people understand. Can you set up a watch list and watch N number of these stocks and find green lines so you don't have to kind of hunt and peck a little bit?
Yeah. You can just go to the power inflow, which is if you look on the left-hand side here, you can see power inflow right here. You just click and watch that screen, and you'll be alerted.
Oh, you will. Okay, good. So you can set up your own basket of stocks that you want to watch or something like that.
Right. Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay. Awesome, man. This is great. Steven, are you using this thing? This looks really cool, doesn't it?
Of course. I mean, why wouldn't I? I think one of the things that when you look at Trade Pulse in general, right, it's taking some of that guesswork out of your daily trade, right? Because we as traders have to look at lots of news and lots of programs and stuff. And sometimes we just need that machine that kind of says, okay, look, there's things you can't see, which is institutional movement, right? Sweeps and power plays that the retailer are making in old Discord rooms or Reddit rooms. You're seeing it in real time. You don't need all that. It really smooths out those rough edges of having 1,000 screens, I always say, and just turn your Trade Pulse on. You're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah,
no, you're absolutely right. Another point I'll make, Stephen and Lex, is we're bringing this to retail traders. We have institutions paying us $100K for this data.
Wow.
So and we don't charge retail that much.
Okay.
But as we mentioned earlier, there is a special deal.
Is that the segue into charging? Is that what you're going with?
No, so it's generally speaking, to get what we're looking at now, the full package is $99 a month.
Okay.
But as we mentioned earlier, for people that have Tradier brokerage, you open a Tradier broker account with minimum 5,000, you get 7 months at no cost.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's quite a savings. That's nearly $700.
That's a lot of money.
That's huge. Is there a minimum account balance? I think you might have said it, but I just want to make sure we repeat it so people get it.
Not for us, but on the trade, just to get that deal, you need to put in $5,000.
$5,000. Okay, that's what I thought.
Brokerage account. That's right.
All right, good. And is your landing page live yet, or are we going to get that started soon?
Oh no, it's totally live.
Okay, terrific.
Totally live, and we're as Stephen mentioned earlier, we're on Quasar markets as well.
Got it.
So
Okay.
you can find us there.
Awesome. Good. I love it. I love the combo here. Okay, so let's just get a little background here and then we'll close her down. But started in South Korea, right? And you said there's 400,000
subs in
subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And is that 400,000 paying customers or 4,000 people? Is there a
Paying
premium model at all or no?
Yeah, no, that's 400,000 plus paying customers.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not familiar with the South Korean markets per se. Are they trading options over there at all, or is it all stock trading?
The majority of it's stock trading, but there definitely could be some.
Okay, because my feeling, and maybe this is something Stephen, you and I can do down the road, and on another one of these, and Jay, you're welcome too. Is look at for trading options. I could trade jelly beans. I just need a signal that gets me into the market, a reason to do something, a good reason to do something. And I've always told the retail folks, your biggest detriment is that you don't have a trade idea generator. You're guessing too much. So if you can put some data behind you and have great signals, whatever it is, you are such an advantage all of a sudden. And you can use options, you can use the underlying, you can use a future. It doesn't matter. If you have a good directional bias that is solid, who cares, right? Do what you like to do. So that's terrific. Yeah, and we trade a lot of options, like you said. So I would be instructing folks on how to use this with nice option spreads, to kind of mitigate some risk for some people. Other people might want to take a little more risk. All kinds of things we can do here. So
absolutely. I mean, I think one of the cool things about the partnerships here is that we're putting the institutional into retail hands in a way that helps walk them through maybe some of the harder things to learn, the curb to learning, some of the the very basics of what we think of. They take that out of the equation, right? That, hey, you know what? If you're great options or you're great at stocks, it doesn't matter. Trade Pulse is giving you that ease into the markets of, okay, why is this moving? What's pushing behind it? And there's a watch list right next to it saying, look, institutions buying, you should be too. There's a reason for it. And then you can go look and find that reason. I'm sure there's a Twitter feed or there's President says something or there's news behind it. But you can find that out later, right? The idea here is to be in the market, being ready to go and understanding it and not being on the wrong side of a trade. So I like that side.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And for folks who might have a slightly smaller account too, relative to options versus straight stock, is the option is going to let them play in the signal a little longer. They won't be pushed out of it necessarily. They won't make as much either when it's right, but at least they'll be able to stay in it and see it through the past. So
get rid of the PDT rule, right, Lex?
Yeah. Oh, geez, Stephen, you're singing music to my ears. It came up at OIC just recently in Florida. I wrote a piece to FINRA on it. It should be eliminated. I swear it would be great for the industry, let alone the smaller trader who doesn't have 25K to trade with.
Great.
Now that person can open and close in the same day and manage risk more effectively, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Little PDT commercial.
I'm with you on that, Lex. Let's do one together, right?
Yeah, I'm in, man. What else, Jay? What am I missing here? Anything else you want to reveal? South Korea, interesting. So it's probably like 2 a.m. on Saturday there right now or something.
They're 13 hours ahead of me. Believe me, I know.
I'm
on Eastern time, so we have to work around the time difference from time to time. Either that means I'm meeting. One of us is either early in the morning or late at night. It's one or the other.
When are you making the business trip over?
I'd love to go over there sometime. I haven't been over yet. I've been to Taiwan. I've been to Hong Kong.
Okay.
But I would like to go to Korea one of these days. I love Korean barbecue.
Yes, sure.
I do love that.
Yeah.
But matter of fact, the guys over there know it so well. We met at the Benzinga conference this year. I met some of the team there, and they brought me some Korean barbecue sauce.
Oh, very nice.
I love it.
I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you, Jay. When I go to Japan, Tokyo, I'll go. We'll make a stop over in Korea.
Perfect.
I love it. Hey, listen, I'm tagging along. I'm really fun on the party trail. Trust me.
Okay, let's go.
No, it's
right.
no, so
awesome.
it's they're great to work with, and they're killing it in South Korea. Just in terms of market share and everything else. So we want to do the same thing in the United States.
Perfect. Sounds great. I love it. Yeah. So we're gonna I'm glad this is all integrated. And do you have your own platform at Tradier? Is it
TradePulse.net is our website, and that's where you can find us. And if you're on Quasar Markets, we're right there. You just click on our logo, and there we are.
Okay, and then so if you sign up, do your thing, do all the appropriate things, you can use that. I'm just going to call it the signal for lack of a better term, and then you could place the trade in your account and have at it, right?
Right, correct. Yep.
Perfect. All right, that's awesome.
We're full partners of Tradier and Quasar. Yeah, so
awesome.
Okay. Absolutely.
I love it. Well, let's get some action going. This is going to be fun. I'm going to do a webinar on this whole deal. This is going to be great.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Anything else, Jay? What else? Steven, any final closing thoughts here?
I'm staying long NVIDIA, man. I'm loving this, the technology, right?
Yeah, I got in. I got in at a bad price on the way down. I got in a little. I was a big believer. I'm with you, and I did clip toward the bottom and stayed with it. You know, it was a little awkward at first, and then I'm selling out of it now a little bit because I have so much of it. So
I'm looking forward to. Well, what we should do is have TradePulse show us what NVIDIA is doing and give us those signals, man. Show us what's going on.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, they did not get a signal today.
Interesting.
I check every day.
Yeah.
And I actually publish an article on Benzinga every day about the power inflow.
Okay.
And,
power inflow.
Yeah.
That's how I knew so much about Coinbase today, because that was my focus today.
Got it.
That's how that works.
All right, good. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. We'll wrap up here. $99 normally, right? But you sign up, open an account at Tradier, you get 7 months free, which is a massively unbelievable deal.
Yeah, no, it really is.
One last thing, education, how to use the platform. Is there any sort of help guides, that sort of thing? They talk to you?
we have videos and then some PDF files on training on it as well. And yours truly is always happy to jump on a call with somebody if they need to.
Got it. All right. Perfect, Jay. Steven, thanks for coming on. Good to see you guys, okay?
All right, good to see you, Lex.
Thank you.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.